Thanks, Lalita. Thank you very much. Last week also it happened. Okay, so till here, this particular classification, whatever final accounts we prepare in final accounts, what are the things we will do? Trading, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Correct. So here till here, whatever reports we are going to do, the combination of this additional reports till here, it is considered as a finance part. So what do you mean by finance? Finance is nothing but whatever reports we generate, that is for internal and external purpose. Internal and external purpose. See here, when we prepare our trading profit and loss account, why we prepare trading profit and loss account for the year? To know whether our business is running in profit or loss. So internally we want to check. But why external purpose? Here I'm calling it as an external purpose. External people, for the sake of external people. Why? See, here internal in the sense, nothing but management. Owners. Management. Owners. Correct? Shareholders. Right? These are internal people. Why external people? I'll remove this shareholders also. Why external people?
Stakeholder.
No, why external people we need to
No,
prepare this?
because of this one. What can I say?
Just to know the
Corporate
financial
governance, to know the financial position of the company.
Why we need to reveal these are reports to external people?
to raise funds.
Yes, exactly. See, for example, I would like to go for a loan from a bank.
For stock markets, stock exchange.
Not stock exchange. Say, for example, yes, you can say that. But if I want funds from a bank, I need a loan to expand my business. So on what basis the banks will give a loan to our business? So on the financial statements, whatever financial statements we are going to prepare, and we need to submit this P&L account, balance sheet, funds flow, cash flow statements, right, to our banks. So the banks will analyze our from past 3 years or 4 years. Then they will check and they will grant the loans, right? Income tax department, is it external or internal?
External.
Is it internal party, tax department, or external party? External party. But every year we need to submit our tax reports to external parties. So for that particular purpose, we need to prepare our reports. Clear? So what is finance? Whatever reports we are going to, finance is nothing but a combination of your classification to preparation of reports. Internal and external reports are considered as in finance. Clear? And whatever reports we are going to generate in finance, that will be for internal and external purpose. Whatever reports for analysis purpose for internally and for analysis purpose externally. Clear? So when it comes to controlling part, what do you mean by controlling? So whatever reports this is nothing but controlling is nothing but organization, okay, cost accounting and management account. So here, whatever reports we are going to prepare in this cost and management accounting, that is for internal decision making purpose. And this is exclusively for internal purpose only. Internal purpose only. Clear? So this is called, in general, we call it as a cost and management accounting. In SAP terminology, we are going to call it as a controlling part. So whatever report we are going to generate in FI module, that those are nothing but for internal and external people. When it comes to controlling, whatever controlling we are going to do controlling model, so that is a combination of your cost and management accounting. So whatever reports we are going to generate, cost element accounting, cost objects, right, internal order, WBSC elements, right? So all those are related to internal purpose only. not for external purpose. Clear? So for example, we are manufacturing one product. We are manufacturing one product. Okay. So for that, we have spent, for example, 20 rupees. This is manufacturing expense, right? And for that, we need to sell into the market. So we have added 10 rupees to that, and we are selling it for 30 rupees. Correct? So here, customer is buying at 30 rupees, right? Customer is an external party. Customer, we are selling him. Can you please, someone, if not speaking, kindly mute yourself. Okay. So if we are selling at 30 rupees, so customer is buying. So do we explain customer that what is the 20 rupees we have incurred? What are the different expenses we have incurred on this 20 rupees? No, right? So this is called costing. So this is nothing but your cost plus your profit, right? And this will become your price, product price. So here, what I would like to tell you is this particular analysis will be performed in controlling. So different cost, overhead cost, material cost, labor cost, right? Job sheets. Clear? Everything we are going to analysis in controlling module. So that is the reason what we are going to do is, apart from our SAP FI and CO modules, we are going to cover academics, 15% of your financial accounting. Academics, what is journal entry, what is debit, what is credit, and everything, because wherever it required in finance, because probably you have done your MBA or graduation or intermediate level, you have done this academics. Probably you might forgot at this particular moment, because what is the requirement to learn FICO, SAP FICO module or S4 HANA in the sense, we need to have a 10 to 15% of finance knowledge and 10 to 15% of costing knowledge. Clear? So not only we are going to give you the SAP FICO practical, and we are going to give you academic knowledge of 15% of finance and as well as cost and management. Unless until you don't have a knowledge on these two, right? Okay, FI we can handle, not an issue. Journal entries, if you know, we can handle it. But cost and management, we need to have some cost ideas. So that's the reason we are going to start from the scratch. What is cost and everything. Clear? So we are going to cover SAP FICO on ECC environment and as well as an S4 HANA environment, plus your academics of accounting and as well as cost and management accounting. The complete 7 months to 9 months. Is this clear? Okay. And
Yes,
again,
yes.
yes, again, so we are going to handle SAP. Last week, I have given the abbreviation of SAP, right? You know that why you people, can someone answer me why you people wants to choose, you want to see yourself in SAP environment? Why you want to see yourself into SAP environment? Someone.
As a financial student or financial background, this is the only technical field we have.
But why you have Oracle financials, right? You have Oracle. Tally is there.
But this is one of the thing which is majorly into the market and which is most of the organizations which were using this software.
Why most of the organizations are using SAP? Because there are n number of ERPs are there.
Yeah, and because it's something like it can store all the modules in the SAP.
No, like, someone is saying
it's user friendly.
User friendly. But even though like other ERPs are also, Oracle also user friendly. GUI concept.
Because integration.
It can it can communicate the data to any database. Like, apart from SAP, it can also.
Okay. Yeah, I can. Yeah. See here, first of all, majorly why we are looking at SAP in the sense, see, the scope is more actually, as someone said, the scope is more in the sense, see, that out of Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 500 companies, if I say out of 1,000 companies, Fortune 1,000 companies, 875 companies, Fortune 1,000 companies, top company, 875 companies are using their software, their system as SAP system. 875 companies. And again, I'm challenging out of 1,000, I'm taking only Fortune companies, Fortune 500 or Fortune 1,000 companies, right? So out of Fortune 1,000 companies, 875 companies are using their software as SAP. Again, I'm telling you system. Okay, SAP. Why? I'll tell you. And same time, by 2028, by 2028, as I said that SAP is having crystal clear roadmap till 2027, at 2025 to 2027. So the whatever Fortune 1,000 companies, 125 companies, still they are using other softwares. Those companies are also going to use their main software as SAP. So here almost all 960 to 970 companies are going to use by 2028 from Fortune 1,000 companies. So 970 companies are going to use their software as SAP software, right? And same time, so here I'm saying taking only 1,000 Fortune companies, like whatever companies are there in that 85% companies are going to migrate from non-SAP to SAP by 2028. So because of that, there are hell lot of openings are going to space. For example, if I take my company, clear last Thursday we have a HR meet. Over there, they clearly told that there are total 180 projects are in pipeline. 180 projects are in pipeline. So understood, it's not one project or two projects. There are total 180 projects are in pipeline. Okay, in my organization, whoever are there in SAP FICO S4 HANA, no one is on bench. Almost all, everyone has got one or the other project. And as per my HR statistical report, we are facing lack of skilled people. Means by 2028, means if we start our trainings from here, after coming 6 months or 8 months, once we done with our course, then definitely if you throw your resume somewhere, then if you are having at least 40% skill set, then definitely you will be placed one or the other company without any hesitation or without any problem. Because the demand is more, actually, the demand is more, but the skill set is very less. The supply is very less. Supply in the sense, I'm not talking about everything. Supply in the sense, whoever are having a skill. Skilled supply is very less. It's not matching. Supply is going in arithmetical ratio. Sorry, demand is raising in arithmetical ratio. When it comes to supply, it is coming in geometrical ratio. So there is a huge gap between demand and supply here. So this is why we need to check SAP in the sense, no any other software at this particular moment is giving that much scope. So there are a hell lot of projects are going on, automation projects, migration projects, rollout projects, different projects are going on. But the availability of skill set, there is very much shortage. The only, again, I am reiterating, only the thing is, what is the requirement? As I said, that a bit knowledge on your accounting, 10%, 15% knowledge on your accounting, cost and management accounting, that we will fill it. Okay. But at the same time, only the thing, there is no logic is there, no programming knowledge is required. Only the thing is, only the practice is the important thing. So coming 6 months, 7 months, you dedicatedly practice, If you people are dedicatedly practice, you are going to give 1 hour every day or 4 hours or 5 hours in a weekday, we completely, then 100% on 6th month or 8th month, definitely you are going to see yourself in as a consulting position, not end user again. For this particular training is not meant for end user positions. This training is completely for consulting position. If you are looking for end user, then it's this particular course is not required. 7th or 8th month, definitely you're going to place. If you practice, again, I'm telling you, if you practice thoroughly, then definitely, and again, practice is the only mantra to get success here. And my advice, as my experience, okay, before I mean well, I'll give you one tip. What is the tip in the sense? Whatever you are going to practice, try to teach someone. Try to teach someone, then definitely you will get an advantage of that. That I always advise everyone, once you, whatever you are learning, try to teach someone. That's it. Automatically, you will get the grip on your subject. That is the thing. So that is the reason SAP is a leading ERP. So number one ERP, there is no competition for SAP anywhere.
So, Navin Raj here, sorry to
Yes,
disturb
please.
you. So nowadays, some of the people were saying that we have Oracle Fusion, which
Yes.
is going on to the cloud, and it has a huge demand going forward.
See,
So
Oracle Fusion is all. Sorry, I'm sorry to. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So when we compare with the SAP, so there are many people who were already been existed in the market compared to the Oracle. So people got almost 10 to 15 years of experience. Okay, people who are now learning and trying to exist in this as a consultant, but how their future will be
On Oracle Fusion,
not on SAP. And when I'm comparing to the Oracle, so Fusion is going on to the cloud, and wherever I see people are talking about the cloud version only. So just need the clarification how it would be.
See, Oracle Fusion, see, that's what I'm saying. Again, it's an initial stage of Oracle Fusion, right? It may not be a cutthroat competitor for SAP because SAP went to cloud a long back from 2013 onwards. Clear? So the people who are working under completely on Oracle platform, so they can go ahead as in their experience can be used on Oracle Fusion. But as you said that you are having somebody's having a 15 years of experience, right? Can they migrate to SAP consulting side? Yes, they can. But with the last week also I told, with the little changes in their resume, that's it, their profile. Is that clear, Raj?
Oh, yes. And so you said the only thing we need to practice a lot.
That's it. That is the only mantra, nothing else.
So the practice, once we excelled in the practice, so when we go on to the real time, so based on this, we can go ahead on the project
Yes,
independently, or will there be any new kind of instances, different kind of instances will
definitely it will
arise?
come. Definitely it will come. See, we can't see whoever is already having a 5 years of experience real time. So probably in that 5 years, he may not going to see all the instances. 6th year, he moved to another project. Even though he's having a 5-year real-time experience, 6th year, he has moved to another project. So over there, he may faces a new instances. Clear. It doesn't mean that 5 years, I'm keeping my 5 years experience. So here we will try to give maximum practical scenarios only, the real-time scenarios only. In our complete course. Okay, but people will threaten you, the real-time things would be different and whatever you are learning is different. No, it's not. If someone is saying like that, then don't listen to them. Clear? The thing is 70 to 80% we are going to cover all the time, all the type of real-time scenarios. So 20% scenarios probably we can't judge and we can't come to a conclusion that these are the things we are going to face in future. Clear? Once you stepped out and something is new instance, then definitely you will have a breathing time in the organization. So definitely you will get help from the groups or from your peer colleagues or someone. But it doesn't mean that you're able to manage 80% and 20% new things are coming, then definitely we can manage. People think that, okay, the real time can be able to cope up. Someone is saying, so with that Cobra, whatever things are done in the brain, so that makes a nervous and that makes a confusion to us. And whatever things we know, even we sometimes we can't answer in real time. So 80% or 85% scenarios we are going to cover. For someone is an end user, definitely they can handle the things. Clear? And definitely once you placed in any company, directly they won't give you an implementation project, even though you are keeping a 5 years of experience or 6 years of experience. Directly they won't allow you to sit an implementation project. They will give you either testing projects or a support projects. Clear? So we need to spend little time in that particular organization for either in testing or support projects or some other projects. After that, if everything goes well, then you will move to a implementation project. And whatever people will say that they'll keep in the mind implementation side. So they'll say that, okay, in real time, we can't manage when we compare whatever we learned, but it's not like that. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll park it the questions like as I said that last 15-20 minutes we will ask the same questions, because just note it down whatever questions you are having so that we can spend time on questions at the end. Is that fine, everyone?
Sure, Naveen.
Yeah, thank you. So here, so this is the major scope for SAP. So again, there will be a hell lot of softwares will come, but the focus again for another 20, 25, 30 years, there is a huge scope for SAP only. Clear? Everything still they are doing a lot of researches, automation projects and everything. So if automation comes, then there would be a problem for end user, not for consultant. If automations are going more and more, then we are going to get our bread and butter more and more. Think in that way. Clear? So as I said that out of 1,000 companies, 960, 970 companies are going to migrate an SAP environment in coming future, as per the latest SAP statistics. Fine. So this is we are going to cover. These are the basic rules. What is the things we need to have before joining this particular course? In the sense, see, the only thing I want is if you are joining or not joining, you are joining here or you are joining somewhere. Only the thing is, you need to give some time, at least 1 hour per day, or weekend 2.5 hours. So total in a week, 5 days time we need it for your practice apart from your regular classes. If you can't afford, you can't give that much time. See, I'm busy, so that is the reason I can't give 1 hour time. After course, if I will practice, once we are done, then I'll be free, then I'll practice. Then my advice, as a friendly advice, don't join the course. Not here, anywhere, if you don't have time. Clear? It's like a group's preparation. It's like to be your professional degree preparation should be like that only, CA, CWI, like that only. But over there, we need to learn a lot, but here we need to practice everything. That's it. Simple, straight road. We need to practice. We need to memorize the things. That is the only one mantra we have to get success. Okay. So here we spoke about SAP. So why 90% companies, 85% companies are using only SAP, only SAP. Somebody told it's a communication, as already we discussed. See, as I said that SAP stands for, again, I'm reiterating, SAP stands for systems, applications, and products in data processing. Last week also we have explained this, like what is systems here? It's nothing but the systems are broadly classified softwares, nothing but your softwares. Clear? As I said that last week. So my company is ABC company or XYZ company. So in day out, I need to contact, I need to communicate with number of people, number of other organizations, right? My organization is ABC organization where I am using my software as SAP. Okay. So here I need to connect with every day. For example, banks, I'll take the same example. Banks, I need to connect, and I need to connect with my customers. I need to connect with my suppliers, right? I need to connect with, for example, income tax department. Income tax department. Okay. So here, ABC, we are using SAP in our organization, and banks are not using SAP. They are using, for example, Tally. Okay. Suppliers are using BAN. This is another ERP. Tally is also ERP, accounting ERP. And customers are using JD Edwards. This is one ERP. Okay. And income tax department is using, for example, GST. Clear? Why we are calling it as a systems? Why we are not calling it as a system? Because SAP is capable to receive the data from non-SAP system, and it can send the data to non-SAP systems. Okay, SAP is not one system. It is a combination of number of systems, multiple systems. So it can send the data to any system. It can receive the data from any system. So that is the reason we call it as a system. It is SAP is capable to communicate not only with one system, it is capable to communicate with number of systems. So that is the reason it can take the data from. So here, what is things, how it can be taken in the sense, it will take with the help of interfaces. There are number of interfaces are there. We will talk what do you mean interfaces and all. So there are n number of interfaces are there, which SAP is capable. Because of this, SAP is capable to communicate non-SAP systems, and it can send the data to non-SAP systems. Clear? So here systems are broadly classified into two types: SAP system and non-SAP system. Right? And we call it as a non-SAP system as a legacy systems. Clear? So these are BAN, Tally, JD Edwards, GST, whatever other things are there, they are using other than SAP, then we call it as a legacy systems. And here this is called SAP systems. So that is the reason it is not system, it is a systems. That's the reason in SAP abbreviation, yes is nothing but a systems. Systems stands for SAP is capable to communicate with not only one system, it can be capable to communicate number of systems, multiple systems. So that is the reason we call it as in systems. And why applications? What do you mean applications here? See, every department in SAP, in any organization, we have a number of departments, right? Production department, sales department, HR department, finance department. For example, if I take Tally, okay, in Tally, what are the things I can do? I can do only accounting things. Okay, I can generate accounting reports and few finance reports, stock reports. Other than that, if I want to generate any HR report, is it possible in Tally?
No.
It's not possible, right? It is restricted, right? So if my company is using Tally, then for example, if I want any HR reports to be generated, then what I need to do, I need to use another software for my HR department, right? And complete customer data, can I get in Tally? No. So for that, I need to go for JD Edwards. And if I'm using Tally, then I want some supplier core to core report, then I can't get in Tally. So for that, I need to go for another software. So like that, another softwares, whatever legacy systems are there, they are not capable to communicate with all other systems like SAP. Clear? So here the major advantage with SAP is it will be integration is possible. Integration, the main basic feature of SAP is integration. It can integrate with any other software easily. Clear? So that is the reason we call it as a systems, and applications in the nothing but, for example, this is one department, this is one department, this is one department. So here for each department, Oracle is there, Oracle Financials. So that can be used for only Oracle Financials, only for finance module. And JD Edwards is there, that we can use for only customers details. And BAN is there only for suppliers, right? Tally is there only for accounting, right? So for each department, I need to use different softwares. If my organization 10 departments are there, okay, then for 10 departments, if SAP is not there, then I need to use 10 different softwares. Clear? 10 different systems I need to use. So at the end, what happens? Communication will be a problem, because Tally can't communicate with BAN, BAN cannot communicate with GST, GST cannot communicate with JD Edwards cannot communicate with Oracle Financials, Oracle Financial can't communicate with PeopleSoft. So there is an integration problem. So reporting can't be, what is ultimate, why I need to use the software? Because I need at the end meaningful reports to check how my organization is performing. So to do that, I need all sort of reporting at one glance. But if I'm not using different departments for different softwares, then I can't get the meaningful reports. Clear? So to overcome that, right, SAP came up with, okay, SAP can provide a solution to 36 different departments. We call this 36 as an applications or modules, like FI, CO, right? FI for finance, CO for controlling, HR for human resources. Clear? Right? All other SAP can provide this thing to 36 different departments. We can generate all the departments reports here in this. Clear? And next, when it comes to products in the sense, SAP can support not only for one product, it will support for multiple products. So from pin to aeroplane, right? Real estate to logistics, right? Everywhere the SAP can be utilized, can be used. So that is the reason we call it as a systems, applications and products, right? So we will receive a data from different systems, we will receive a data from different applications, and we will receive data from different products. Okay, it will be integrated and it will be generated a common report that is called information. Data will be processed. Here, what do you mean information? That is nothing but a reporting, vendor reporting, material reporting, stock reporting, customer reporting, right? Ratio analysis, funds flow, cash flow, financial statements. So what not, everything we can generate in SAP. So as I said that last time, so SAP can provide 2000 standard reports, 2000 different standard reports I'm telling. 2000 reports we can generate standard without any small change, and there is no limit for customized reports. These are 2000 standard reports and number of customized reports. Number, there is no limit, any number of customized reports. So that is the reason every organization, when they are spending amount, in the sense they want at the end 100% accurate reporting, right? So that is the reason SAP will provide the solution for all sort of reporting things. So that is the reason all the organizations are giving priority to SAP. Clear? SAP is the leading ERP, as last time we discussed. What do you mean by ERP? What is the need of an ERP?
Enterprise resource planning.
Enterprise
planning.
resource planning, correct? Enterprise resource. What do you mean by enterprise resource planning? Do we have only one ERP SAP? No, right? As I said that there are number of ERPs. There are number of ERPs. When I'm talking ERP, SAP is one ERP. Okay, SAP is one ERP. Okay, and Oracle is also one ERP, Oracle Financials. Next one, what we call PeopleSoft is one ERP. BAN is another ERP, right? JD Edwards is one ERP. These all are available. ERPs before SAP existing, these all ERPs are there in the market.
Microsoft Dynamics.
Dynamics also there, yes. And JD Edwards who took taken care of this one.
Okay.
Right? So here SAP is one ERP. So here Oracle Financials. But what do you mean by ERP? As you said that, I'll tell you in depth of ERP, how it functions. As you said, enterprise resources planning. What does it mean actually? Enterprises resources planning or resource planning?
It's basically designed to support and integrate.
But all are integrating, right? So here, see, what Oracle Financials in the sense, if I take PeopleSoft, for example, okay, HR process, HR software, this is dedicated HR software, right? It will take care of payroll, right? Complete payroll, and it will take care of recruitment process. Complete PeopleSoft will take care complete HR process end to end, complete HR process end to end. It will take care end to end. So ERP is nothing but whatever software will take care of end to end, then it is considered as an ERP. If you take Oracle Financials, Tally will not take completely. So people call it as in India, they'll call it as an ERP, but that's not 100% ERP. So when it comes to Oracle Financials, so financial related data, it will take end to end. So that is the reason it is considered as an complete end to end. Oracle Financials is an ERP. And when it comes to BAN, so procurement process, the complete procurement process will be, we can take in care in with the BAN software end to end. Clear? And this one, a complete what we call procurement here, and this is here we can sales customer end to end, we can take it. So that is the reason these are considered as an ERPs. But here when it comes to ERP, so complete business suite, here it's not a business suite, complete business suite. It's Oracle Financials will not support for a complete business suite. PeopleSoft will not support for complete business suite, even though it's an ERP, but these are not support completely, right here. But when it comes to SAP, SAP support complete business suite. Means everything, what other softwares are supporting partially, everything we have a solution in SAP. So that is the reason it is considered as a complete ERP. So for example, what do you mean by ERP? Here we will see. Give me a second. So I'll talk something about, see here. As I said that SAP is a market leader in ERP software solutions, right? SAP is the largest non-American software company by revenue, right? So it normally two companies are more larger than SAP. That is, one is Microsoft and another one is IBM. Both are from US, right? And SAP is the third largest software company. I'm telling you, largest software company, right? A non-American company. It's a non-American company because it's a German-based company, right? And when you take this company by revenue, the third largest revenue wise, it's the third largest software company. But if you take a ERP segment, it is a number one company, first largest company. Okay, and traded software company by revenue in the world after Microsoft and IBM. And here, and the largest German company by market capitalization. When it compared to revenue, it is the third largest. But when it takes to market capitalization, as I said, that 85% companies are using SAP as their software. So this is the largest German company by market capitalization. Clear? Its headquarters are in Walmart, which is in Germany, with a regional offices in 180 countries. And this is not a latest data. We are going to get in September the current data, the latest data. And the company has over 4,25,000 customers, and it's going to be more by next coming September. Overall 180 countries. Overall 180 countries. Clear? And never use a term called it's a SAP. Never ever use, okay, people will say that we have joined a SAP course or something else. So never use the term called SAP. As I said that it's a German product. In native German, SAP means pig. SAP means, in native German, they'll call it a pig, they'll call it as in SAP. So don't use the term called SAP, it's an abbreviation. So we need to call it as an SAP only, right? So here in the market, as I said that just now, there are different ERPs are there in the market. One is SAP for all the departments in the organization. And Oracle is for finance specialist. BAN, production and purchase specialist. JD Edwards for sales specialist. PeopleSoft for HR specialist. Clear? So what is ERP actually? As you said that E stands for enterprise. So what do you mean enterprise? It could be a business, it could be any organization or entity, nothing but a recognition. And what do you mean by resources? Any organization, there are 4 M's, resources. Okay, men, this is men, money, machine, and marketing. Men, money, machine, and marketing. So these are considered as an resources for any organization, for any business, or for any organization, for any entity. What are the 4 different resources? Men, money, machine, and marketing. Okay, so, and what is the P stands for? Planning. So what P is nothing but how to utilize the available resources, that is whatever available men, money, machine, and marketing, how we need to utilize in maximizing the profit by minimizing the cost, which explains, that is called ERP. Understood? E stands for enterprise. That is nothing but, enterprise is nothing but a business or an organization or an entity. Anything is considered as an enterprise. Okay. Resources, any organization, any business, any entity, there will be either men, money, machine, and marketing are the resources. And P is nothing but planning. What planning we need to do, right? What we will do. So how to utilize these resources in a fuller extent without wasting, by maximizing the profit and minimizing the cost. So that is called an ERP approach. Clear? So normally, if I take a small organization, right? In any organization, there will be several departments like sales department, inventory department, production and planning department, okay, shop floor where manufacturing takes place, finance department, HR department, etc. So how we need to utilize the ERP in the different departments, that we are going to see now. Okay, for example, the softwares are broadly classified into 2 different types. Okay, 2 different types. One is decentralized system software and centralized system software. Decentralized system software and nothing but, another one is centralized system. So what do you mean by decentralized system software? Where data maintained locally. Means one place the data is maintained and each department maintains their own data. Each department will maintain their own data. Okay. And the other department will not have access to other department. One department will not have access to other department information. Due to that, there is no free flow of data from one department to another department. Right? Even though they are working under one roof, okay, but they don't have a communication, improper communication, one department to another department. So where integration is not possible because of communication, because of lack of communication, so there will not be any integration. For example, a company is using BAN for production, BAN for purchase, Oracle for finance, okay, JD Edwards for sales, PeopleSoft for HR. So these all are different. One roof, one company is using these many softwares. So here BAN is developed in one platform, right? Oracle Financial is developed in one platform. JD Edwards is developed in one platform. PeopleSoft is developed in one platform. So here their basic OS is different. Developed language is different. Clear? Programming language is completely different. So there will not be any proper communication between different softwares. For example, if I take one example here, practical example, see, I'm using in my organization, same whatever we have seen till now. In my organization, I am using for finance, I'm using Oracle. For say purchases, I'm using BAN, and JD Edwards, sales, I'm using JD Edwards. PeopleSoft for HR part, I'm using. So what happens if I'm using different softwares? Okay, so here, for example, see here, one customer wants a product. For example, this is my organization where I'm using decentralized system software. So in this particular example, customer wanted a product on an urgent basis. Customer wanted a product on urgent basis. So first he'll come to sales department. Sales department is nothing but your showroom or whatever it is, right? So he need an urgent basis. So he approaches sales department. So the sales department will check whether it is the product is available in, right, in showroom or not. He will have a restriction. So customer approaches sales department for some product on an urgent basis, right? So sales department does not have a real-time information on availability of the product, on the availability of the product. Then sales department will approach inventory department. Sales department will approach inventory department, right, for the availability to check the product is available or not. So it may take some time because that the customer may reach to other vendor. Right here, what happens? Here, customer is coming to sales department. Sales department checks in their showroom the product is available or not. So product is not available at showroom stores. Then they will go to inventory department. Sales department will go to inventory department. Clear? They will check the product. They will check the product whether it is available or not. But in this particular process from sales department to inventory department, it will take little time, right? And we are not monopolies in the market. We are not monopolies. So customer feel fed up and he will go to the other vendor. So what happens? What happens here? Because of this, because a sales department is not having the correct data, correct information. So with that, what happened? It leads to loss of revenue. We can't sell the product to customer, and same time, customer dissatisfaction. Customer will go out without satisfaction. So what happens? We are losing our revenue and customer centricity we are losing. Clear? Next time he won't come to us. First impression is the best impression or something, right? Okay, fine. Customer went to other vendor. So in case the product is out of stock, okay, even though in inventory department also we don't have, the stock is not available, right? Then the sales team will approach production and planning department to manufacture the product for future purpose. So here the product is not available in inventory department. Then the sales department will approach production and planning department for manufacturing this product for future purpose. Clear? So here the sales department maintaining their own data, inventory department is maintaining their own data because their softwares are different, and production and planning department is maintaining their own data, right? Okay, the production and planning will check for the availability of raw material to produce the product. To produce the product, what they will check? They will check the availability of the raw material. The raw material information separately maintained by production and planning department and inventory department separately. Because of decentralization system, these people will maintain raw material information separately, and inventory department will also maintain raw material information separately. So what happens because of this? Separately maintained by production and planning department and inventory department separately. So what it is happening? It leads to data duplication. So they are maintaining and we are maintaining. Now environment, why everyone are going for the cloud? Because the space, how you are using the space is important in IT sector, right? So for example, according to inventory department, the raw material is available. According to inventory department, the raw material is available. But as per the production and planning department data, the raw material is not available. Means few entries are entered in inventory department, not entered in inventory department, or some entries are not entered in production and planning department. So as per this, raw material is available in inventory department and raw material is not available in production and planning department. So with that, what happens? Okay. According to inventory department, the raw material is available, but according to production and planning department database, the raw material is not available. So what immediately action will taken by production and planning department? Will search for vendors. Will search for vendors because they need a raw material. Who can supply the raw material and enters into agreement with vendor. Due to this, already we have a raw material with the inventory department, but still we are trying to buy. Then what happens? Due to this, inventory cost goes up. Already we are having an inventory and again we are buying an inventory. So inventory cost will goes up, right? Next one, when raw material or inventory is received by shop floor. So when raw material and inventory is, so they have given production and planning department has given agreement to vendor, enter into agreement to vendor, and they have given the order. What vendor will do? Vendor will supply the stock or raw material to shop floor. This is where the actual production take place. Clear? So shop floor doesn't have any information that the raw material is coming to shop floor because they don't have any information unless until they receive the data, receive the material. So here when raw material or inventory received by shop floor, they realize that shortage of labor because the material is received, but people are not there to manufacture the product. Clear? Shop floor approaches to HR department to recruit temporary labor, which will be higher than the market. They need an urgent basis labor. So automatically when compared to market price, they need to get a higher price. So labor cost goes up. Labor cost goes up. Clear? So, and last but not least, production and planning department fails to update the finance department on time regarding raw material which are purchased from vendor on credit, right? So finance department will not able to pay on time to vendor. It may lead to legal actions and loss of reputation. Right here, understood? What does it mean? So here shop floor people will approach HR department for labor recruitment. So immediate recruitment they require. So that's the reason they will take the labor at higher rate of price when compared to market price. So the labor cost goes up. And here production and planning department, they purchased goods from vendor on credit, raw material from vendor on credit, but they are not able to inform the finance department on time, which finance department need to pay to vendor on time. So here, because of lack of communication between these two, the finance department failed to pay the amount to vendor on time. So it may lead to loss of reputation again. The vendor may not sell the goods or raw material again on a credit basis to us, and same time he will charge penalties. So this is the major drawback with the decentralized system. Clear this? Anyone have a questions on this?
No, Naveen.
So, and when it comes to centralized system ERP, right? If a company maintains centralized system software like a SAP, then the data will be maintained not locally, they'll maintain centrally, right? And data will be shared with all the departments. And all the departments will have access to get the data of other department, which means that the real-time data can be accessed among all the departments. Is this clear? So whatever disadvantages are there in decentralized system, the same thing we have means what, see when customer approaches, so all the departments will maintain the data in centralized system called ERP. Inventory department, production and planning department, HR department, shop floor, right? Finance department, and everyone will enter into data into centralized system. So whenever a customer approaches sales department, then immediately they won't go for production and planning or inventory. Directly they can check in centralized system. It is available, then they will inform the customer. If it is not available, immediately they will inform the customer, right? If it is available, then immediately they will they'll sell to the customer immediately without any time waste. So they can generate revenue and customer centricity, customer satisfaction immediately. Next time also, the customer feels to come to buy the product, right? If the raw material information, okay, the product is out of stock, okay, then sales department will update it in centralized system that they need to produce the product. So both inventory department and production and planning department will have access to centralized system. So they will check the availability of raw material, right? By production department will also update, and inventory department will also update the availability of raw material. So here what happens? So data duplication is avoided, right? So according to that, if it's required, then the production and planning department will approach to vendor for the product, for the raw material. And the shop floor will, these people will update it in centralized system. Same time, shop floor is also having a centralized system access. They will check when the products are going to come, raw material is coming. So with that, they will recruit prior the employees, labor, before the raw material is coming. So that what happens, the labor can be recruited at market price, not at a higher price. So here we can decrease the labor cost, right? So here HR, production and planning department will update the payments to a vendor. Whatever payments we need to pay, that will be updated. So finance department will check it and it will pay immediately to vendor, on time to vendor, immediately in the sense on time. So with that, what happens? So we can avoid penalties from vendor. We can have vendor satisfaction. So these are the two things: centralized system software, decentralized system software. SAP is in this particular segment now. So with all the departments, because this is an advantage with the SAP system. Is this clear, everyone? ERP, how ERP works? So
Yes.
whatever resources we are having, we are using fuller extent. You can see that. So we are minimizing the cost and maximizing the profit in every department. Is this clear? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So as we spoke about SAP, what is SAP, right? Again, I'll reiterate for everybody's benefit. So actually SAP, as I said, that it's a German product, right? It's a German product. It is developed first in Germany. So never ever say that it has a SAP. It's a SAP. Clear? And majority you people knows that, but still, if someone is saying SAP, please ask them to not to pronounce it as a SAP. It's a SAP because it's a German product. In native German, SAP means a pig. Clear? So here, okay, SAP stands for, we have seen that, stands for System Application Products and Data Processing. So the SAP company is, we call it as an SAP AG. SAP AG. AG, we call it as an AG actually, SAP AG. Is this clear? AG. So AG stands for AG in Germany. So for example, in India, we call it as an any company, public limited company or a private limited company or limited company. So in Europe, they will call their companies instead of limited or public limited or private limited, they are going to call it as an AG. AG, SAP AG, okay, Volkswagen AG. Clear? So they'll call it as an AG is nothing but we call in India as a what we call limited, right? Over there they'll call it as an AG. In the US they'll call it as a incorporation and corporations, Microsoft Corporation, right? IBM Incorporation. So over there in US they'll call it as a for limited companies. We call in India limited. Over there corporations, and in Europe they'll call it as an AG. So SAP was developed in a company called SAP AG. Clear? And it was founded by 5x IBM employees. 5x IBM employees, right? So actually IBM got in the year 1960 one project from one chemical company, Imperial Chemical Company, one project they got it on a payroll and accounting. Clear? So what IBM has done is IBM has selected 5 employees, 5 different employees, okay, and they have started working on this accounting and payroll. And in the late 1960s, what IBM has done is IBM has want to withdraw that particular project due to some reasons. IBM wants to withdraw from that particular project. They want to give it up that particular project. And IBM has given up that particular project. But these 5 people, these 5 founders, SAP founders, came out from IBM and they have continued. They have taken this project and they have started continuing working on this particular project, Imperial Chemical. Clear? I'll give you that. So those people were Dietmar Hopp, Hans Werner Hector, Klaus Wellenrother, Shira, and Plattner. You need not to remember these things. Just I'm giving for your benefit. Clear? How SAP came into the picture in the sense, it was earlier actually SAP. If SAP IBM wouldn't give up that particular project, then probably we won't get this particular real-time projects, SAP project. So he is Dietmar Hopp, Werner Hector, Rother, Shira, and Plattner. So these five gentlemen are SAP founders. Okay, and as I said that SAP is a market leader in ERP software solutions. SAP is the largest non-American software company by revenue. Okay, as we discussed earlier, the same thing. Okay, so as I said that before 1970s, this particular project was with IBM, and in the 1970s, those people came out from IBM and they have started their own company as they named it as their software as System Analysis and Program Development, SAPD. The first name of SAP was System Analysis and Program Development. Okay, as I said that there was only one client, Imperial Chemical Industries in Germany. Imperial Chemical Industries in Germany. Okay, and I said that they have developed a program on payroll and accounting. Okay, so earlier they used to store the data on manually, punch cards, mechanically. Okay, like IBM. And these people came up with a concept called electronic system. Instead of storing it manually, they have stored it electronically. Before floppy disk, whether you know it or not, the first saving machine, we call it as a floppy disks concept. So the electronic system disk concept was introduced by these people. Okay, so therefore they call their software as a R1, real-time concept. They used to call it as their software SAP as a real-time software. Real-time in the sense online, immediately we can get it. So they came up with R1, R2, R3 in a different times. So I have explained last time also, but I'll give you a glance. What do you mean R1, R2, R3? What do you mean R here is nothing but R stands for real time.
Release.
Yeah, it's not release, it's a real time.
Okay.
Okay, it's a real time. One is nothing but stands for single tier or single layer. Single tier or single layer. So what does it mean in the sense? we have a server. In one server, we have three different layers actually. Three different layers. One is presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. Means what do you mean by presentation layer? Presentation layer is nothing but our monitor, our screen, your mobile phone screen. That is called presentation layer, where we are using SAP GUI. We have a GUI. Okay. And application layer is nothing but where SAP is installed. Right? Where SAP is installed. And database server is nothing but where data is maintained. So these are three servers. SAP GUI. Now in SAP S4 HANA, we don't have a concept called SAP GUI. We have a concept called Fiori. You know, anyone know what is Fiori? Anyone knows Fiori?
Tile numbers.
Sorry?
Fury tile.
What do you mean by that?
T codes for using any it's called as a T code. Like if you want to use like a Vim workplace.
No, that's actually what do you mean by Fiori in the sense. See, GUI in the sense, this is SAP. So here, GUI you can view in your desktops, laptops. That's it. Graphical interface you can view in your screen. That is nothing but your laptop or your desktop. So when they came up with a concept called Fiori concept, what do you mean by Fiori? Fiori is nothing but anywhere. For example, when it come into picture S4 HANA Fiori concept, GUI is also there and Fiori is also there. What do you mean by Fiori? You can view your SAP reports in your mobile phones, in your tabs, palm tabs, anywhere. That is called Fiori app. What do you mean by Fiori app? Fiori app is nothing but we can view our SAP reports. Earlier it was not there. We can view our SAP reports from anywhere. Right? If you are in the flight also, you can view all your SAP reports in your mobile phone or your tabs. So this Fiori concept is flexible for palm tabs, plus your mobile phones, plus your laptops, your desktops, and everywhere. So that is a difference. GUI we can view only on your desktops and on laptops. But when it comes to a Fiori app is nothing but we can view our reports or anything SAP activities we can do in your desktop, laptop, palm tabs, normal tabs, and mobile phones. That is called a Fiori. So that is called a presentation layer, presentation server, where we can view. Clear? Next it comes to, I'll show you that Fiori apps also. Application server, where the process happens, where SAP installed, that is called application server, and database server. So real time they have introduced with 3-tier structure, 3 servers, servers, that is presentation layer, application layer, database layer. So when it was there in R1, all the 3 layers are at one place. All the 3 layers at one place. So database layer, application layer, and presentation layer are at one place. Right? If somebody wants to view any report, okay, then they need to come to here, they can view here. That's it. They can't get from there. For example, last week I took some resume is there in your laptop. You prepared some resume or some reports in your laptop, but you don't have an internet. And I want to see that reports. How can I view? You don't have internet. And it is there in your laptop or desktop. What I can do?
You should travel to the laptop and view it.
Correct. The database is at your place. The application is in your place, and presentation at that screen also at your place. So I need to travel to your place and I can view it. Correct. This is called R1. One tier is nothing but all the 3 layers at one place. Okay. And after that, in the year 1980s, they came up with R2 structure. R stands for again real time. 2 stands for 2 layers or 2 tiers. Right? What they done is the presentation layer is separated from database layer and application layer. Right? So in this R2 version, they have separated the application layer, presentation layer from database layer. So what happens? So the database layer and application layer will be connected to different systems. Different LAN and WAN came into the picture at this particular stage, right? So here the user is sitting at one place, the user is sitting at one place, the user is sitting at one place. So if I want to view the data, then what I need to do is, but here the problem is the database layer and the application layer is at one place, right? So here there was a time sharing concept in R2 system, R2 structure. There was a time sharing, means first system A will have a first minute, second system will have a second minute, third system will have a third minute. Means whenever we want to get the data from this database layer, then we need to wait to turnaround time of hours. First minute, the data will be given to this system. Second minute, this will be given to this system. Third minute, data will be given to this system. So meanwhile, when the third system is getting access, then these two systems will sit idle. Then they wait for the turnaround time. Clear? So this is also a little drawback. And when it comes to three-tier configuration, right? 3-tier is nothing but in R3, we call it as an R3. R again stands for real time. 3-tier, 3 servers. So it is separated. Database server separated, application layers at one place, and presentation layers are at different places, right? So here the application layers will work as a mediators between database layer and a presentation layer, right? As I said last week, for example, you are using your mobile phone. You want to download some application in your mobile phone. If you are using iOS phone, then you will use App Store, right, to download the data. And if you are using Android, then you will use Play Store, correct? So these are the application layers. Play Store and App Stores are the application layers. So the data will be stored at a different places. So whenever you want to download some data from your application layers, then the application layer will reach to that database and will get it and will download in your system. So here application layers are more flexible and more faster. It will take information in fraction of seconds and it will give information in fraction of seconds. So that is the reason there is no hang process. Actually, majority of 99%, we won't struck actually. If your bandwidth is good, then automatically you can get any sort of information because of this application layer separated with the database layer. So any number of users can access at any number of times. Same time, any number of users can access the same data. Clear? So this is called R3 structure. Any questions here? Anyone have it? Yeah. Right. So this is about your R1, R2, R3 concept. So here, as I said, that SAP versions. SAP first version was released R1 in the year 1972. Okay, and this is not a popular version, and it is this version was not that successful because the first version, whatever they released, they are having only one client, Imperial Chemical. So they have released with one currency, that one country, clear? So due to that, and one language. So this is suitable for only German language, German currency, clear? German country. So whatever companies are there German, only those companies it used to support. This R1. When it comes to R2, they came up with, as I said, that they came up with the real-time 2-tier. So on what is separated, presentation layer is separated, but the database layer and application layer at one place. But they came up with multi-languages with multiple currencies and multi-countries, right? This particular software, whatever accounting and payroll software, came up with multiple languages, multiple countries with multiple currencies. Clear? But even that is also only restricted to payroll and accounting. Payroll and accounting. So even that is also not that much popular, but still okay. And they came up with R3 concept, real time. And here the concept was increased and it came up with speed. Is this clear? So multiple clients can access from different places, same data. So, but still they are till 1992, Clear? Till 2004, they were doing only payroll and accounting software only. It's not an ERP at that particular time, but real-time data, they used to get it when compared to other softwares. So in the year 2004, they came up with ECC. They came up with a concept called ECC, ERP Central Component. What do you mean by that? So till 1992 to till 2003, they were doing only accounting and payroll software, but they came up with new software, end-to-end business suite. We call it as a business suite with 36 different departments. Not only accounting and payroll, it has given a solution for HR, it has given solution production and planning, it has given solution to sales, it has given solution to HR and finance, and everywhere, controlling and everything, it has given a solution. And here it becomes almost all a monopoly when it comes into the picture with ECC. So why we are calling it as a ECC? Because here it is named as a complete ERP, central component. Means it supports all the business suite. It is complete a business suite. Everything, whatever you want. SAP, systems, application, products. So every solution, as an abbreviation shows, every solution as provided in this particular version. Clear? So 2004 that is. And they came up with other version, ECC6 enhancement package, with the adding new feature in December 2005. Clear? So here they came up with enhancement package, whatever ECC we are talking, till this particular 2005, 2000, before 2013, SAP is in ERP, it was #1, but unfortunately it didn't had its own database. SAP didn't have its own database. Okay, they need to depend upon their databases on Oracle or Microsoft, Windows, or any other third-party databases. So till 2013, they didn't have their own database. So whatever version we are talking, last version, ECC6 with EHP6 version, this version was, if you are working on EHP6, then what does it mean? We are depending on third-party databases. Third-party databases. So when in the year 2013 August, they came up with their own database. SAP came up with their own database called HANA database. HANA database. Clear? And first functional module moved from third-party database to HANA database was finance module. First functional module, which is migrated from third-party database to HANA database. So we used to call it as that particular time, we used to call it as in simple finance. Simple finance. People may ask you, what do you know simple finance? But now we are not calling it as a simple finance. Because simple finance we used to call in the year 2013. Why? Because only the finance module used to work on HANA database. Right? So after that, from 2015, okay, so here these are the different versions. 15.11, they came with Suite for HANA. Means whatever 36 functional modules are there, whatever different modules are there, all are able to work on HANA database. So we are calling here it as a S4 HANA. S4 HANA in the sense, S stands for suite. The whatever modules are there, they are suite. 4 is nothing but we call it as an FR for or fourth generation. Okay, fourth generation software. Suite for HANA database. Means from here onwards, it is completely suite for HANA database. Clear, everyone? So we have a different versions like 101, 1610. So here first two is year and second two are month. Nothing but 2016 October month, and 2017 they tie up with Apple. SAP tie up with Apple, and every month September Apple will release one new launch product. They will launch one product, and same time SAP is also release new version. Clear? So 1709, 1809, 1909, 29, 21.9. 21.9, still we are using 1909 only. Clear? The certification, global certification, we can get 1909. So this is the latest version I can say that 2109. So this is, so what is S? S stands for suite for HANA or fourth generation HANA. So what is HANA? HANA is a database. Okay. So whatever modules are there that are suitable for only S4HANA. So here EHP6, EHP7, okay, ERP6 is suitable for HANA database and third-party databases. HANA database and third-party database. But when it comes to EHP8, the latest version, we have EHP8 with ERP6 that is suits only on HANA database, not on third-party database. Is that clear, everyone? The versions part. Anyone have any questions? Hope I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible.
So this is about.
Navin, one
Yes,
question. So why is it capped only for specific HANA database, or it is not?
sorry. Can you please come again?
Yeah. Why is the the latest version capped to the HANA database, not with the other databases?
See here, this one, right? This one you are calling.
Yeah.
When we are
Latest one.
when we have our own databases, then why we need to depend? We need to pay amounts to those databases, right? We are tenant for them. So why we need to pay a tenancy to them when we have, because security is also a problem if you are using a third, because every company data plays a vital role, security kind, right? SAP, okay, client is trusting us, SAP, and we are depending on third party. Correct or not?
Yes.
Client is trusting us, we will maintain the security, but for that security, we are transferring to someone else. So to overcome that, they came up with their own databases.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, one last thing. Does
Please.
HANA has any full form?
Yes, I'll give you that also. High performance analytical appliance, that is HANA full form. Okay. High performance analytical appliance. I'll give you in-depth knowledge on S4 HANA also, how it works actually, and all those stuff. Just we are doing an introduction of ECC, that's the reason. Okay, so here, for example, if I take a ECC license version in your system, for example, you are taking SAP and you are working in your organization, and you will get some license with your user ID and password. So each license, we need to pay 91,000 INR. Each license, 91,000 INR we need to pay to buy SAP. It's expensive. Same time, companies are paying it. Is this clear?
Yes.
Each license we need to pay whoever is taking SAP. For example, in my organization, there are 10 employees. I need to take 10 licenses. So for that, I need to pay each 91,000. Clear? So here we have a different modules actually. SAP.
Navin, can
Yes.
you go back to why SAP?
Yeah, I'll give you once. I'll explain the other features of SAP. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Once we done with other features of SAP, then you will answer why SAP. Just now I said integration, data security, right? So when we are in third-party databases, the data security was less. Centralized database, already we discussed. What is centralized database? So I'll just come up with this. Okay, and we have a different modules actually. The modules are divided into two different parts. One is functional module and another one is technical modules. Here, the SAP modules are divided into two different on the basis, functional modules and technical modules. So our cup of tea is we are going to work on functional modules. We are going to consider as a functional consultants. we are going to consider as an SAP functional consultants in a different module. FI consultant, CO consultant, both FICO consultant, MM consultant, right? QM consultant, PP consultant, like that. Okay, so these are the different modules you can see. FI stands for financial accounting, CO stands for controlling, MM stands for material management, right? QM quality management, WM warehouse management, PP production and planning, okay, project system, sales and distribution, customer service, asset management, industry solutions, HR human resources, and plant, many more, 36 modules I said. These are the few examples I said I'm giving. And other technical modules, we have ABAP and BASIS. ABAP, don't call it as an ABAP, you can call it as an ABAP. So what is ABAP? Advanced Business Application Programming. So complete background, which program SAP is developed. SAP is developed in a programming language called Business Application Program. That is Advanced Business Application Program. And this program came up from, there was a language, business language, COBOL, whether you heard about it or not. COBOL language, Common Business Oriented Language, COBOL. So the IBM used to develop their softwares on COBOL language. Clear? Even these 5 employees came from IBM. So they have their own programming language called ABAP. That is also Advanced Business Application Program. Clear? So backend, everything will be written a programming language. So this programming language, this will return, right? And BASIS is nothing but Basic Application Software Integrated Solutions. So I'll tell you who are eligible for functional modules and who are eligible for technical modules. See, functional modules, we all are eligible, right? Who are from BCom or MCom, BS, like what we call, who are having the functional knowledge, accounting, finance knowledge, right? Any HR knowledge, right? All those are eligible for functional modules. So for us, we don't require programming knowledge, nor a networking knowledge is not required for us. A single program we are not going to write in SAP. Even though we are considered as an IT consultants, IT software employees, but even though we won't write a single program, single line program in SAP. Clear? We know, we consider ourselves as a functional consultant. Our cup of tea is this side, functional module side, this particular side. When it comes to technical modules for first one, ABAP, the people who are done their BSc computers, MCS, MTechs, who are having a programming knowledge skills, they are eligible to get the jobs in ABAP side. BSc computer science, MCA, BS, BTech, CSCI, CSC people, all those people are eligible for ABAP side. When it comes to, so all the programming, backend programming knowledge, programming things will be performed in ABAP. And who is a basis consultant? Basis consultant is nothing but hardware. This is related to software and this is related to basis is nothing but hardware. Who will maintain the SAP servers? Who will give accesses, SAP accesses, SAP complete maintenance will be performed by this basis consultants. Clear, everyone? So where we need to look our jobs, either technical module side or functional module side?
Functional module.
Functional modules. We are at this particular level, not this. Clear, everyone?
Yes, clear.
So once you stepped in SAP, so we will have a different projects. Clear? So once you are done, then probably you will get, as I said, that there will be different projects like implementation project, support and maintenance project, upgradation project, rollout project, enhancement projects. So these are the SAP 5 different projects are there. One is fresh implementation, means the client is not used SAP, he was using any other software other than SAP. Then they want to use SAP for the first time, then that particular project, we are going to call it as an implementation project. Whoever wants to use SAP for the first time, and if we are going to work on that particular client, then that particular project is known as a implementation project. Clear? And apart from that, we have one more project called support and maintenance project. Means already we have installed SAP in their organization, but at the time of doing the operations, they are going to face some sort of issues. So to resolve that issues, they will take the help of software companies like us. Then from our employees will support them to resolve those issues. Then those projects are considered as in support projects. So as soon as you're done with your course and you cracked interview and you are pitching to the company, then definitely you are first placed in support projects. 100% that is. Different support projects. We will talk more about support projects and all. Next one, upgradation project. What do you mean by an upgradation project? Upgradation project is nothing but, for example, the company already using SAP, already using since long time, but they are using older version. Clear? Now they want to go with the new version. Okay, then that particular project is considered as an upgradation project. Clear? Next one, the other important one is rollout project. Rollout project is nothing but, for example, in India, our company is there in India, our company is there in Europe, or for example, Switzerland, and our company is there in US, right? In India, we are already implemented SAP in the organization. We have implemented already SAP in the organization around 2 to 3 years back. Now we want to implement the same to our company in other countries, Europe and US, right? Same mirror image we need to copy there. Hardly country specific things we need to change it. 80% everything will be the same to other countries. Then that particular projects are considered as an rollout projects. Understood what do you mean by rollout project? Already in India, we are using the same SAP. We are using from since 2 years. Now our companies are there in other than India, and we want to implement the same SAP into other countries' organization, our organizations. Then that particular project is considered as a rollout project. Fine. Next
Yes.
one.
So that is also same like implementation project.
Not exactly implementation, because a rollout in the sense everything is same. Your clients and everything are same. Okay, not for the first time, but the same mirror image you will copy from here and you will dump there.
Okay.
And only taxation things would be, country legal requirements will be different. Only that you will change it. The remaining everything 80% is the same. Is that clear? So then that particular projects are considered as a rollout projects. And what do you mean when there is one more project called enhancement project? What do you mean when enhancement projects? And then nothing but, so for example, in India, if you take in India, Hyderabad, your company is there. And in that there are different departments are there. Finance department is there, right? HR department is there. Sales department is there. Purchase department is there. In all the 4 to 5 departments, you are already using SAP. We are already using SAP. And our organization entered into new business, contracting business. Okay, new business they have introduced. Okay, and so we need to add that department contract accounts in our organization now, right? Already the other 5 departments we are using SAP. Now we need to implement SAP only to this particular department now, contract accounts department. Understood? So without disturbing existing department's data, existing department SAP, we need to implement new SAP to the new department. Then that type of project, it's not completely, we are not going to implement completely to the entire organization. We are going to implement only for one particular department, because other department is already having SAP in the organization. then that particular projects are considered as an enhancement projects.
Naveen, can you repeat once again? I didn't get this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Enhancement project is nothing but, for example, I'll take one Word document. See, for example, mine is XYZ company. Mine is XYZ organization. Okay, XYZ Limited. So in my organization, there are different departments are there. Different departments. For example, we have finance department and we are using SAP. HR department, we are using SAP. And production and purchases, we are using SAP. Since 3 years or something. Sales department, we are using SAP. Okay. CO department, we are using SAP. Sorry. Right. So from past 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, we are using these departments. We are following these departments and we are already using SAP in our organization. So XYZ Limited company enter into a new business, that is contract accounts or consignment business or joint stock company, contract accounts. So this is a new department. Clear? So here I don't want to use any other software other than SAP. Already we are existing customer to SAP. Other department we are already since long we are using SAP. So here now I need to implement SAP for my new department. Correct? Without disturbing my existing department software. Right? Then this kind of implementation project, we call it as an enhancement. We are enhancing. We're not disturbing anything. This is not for the first time we are using SAP. We are already using SAP for other departments, but we are enhanced one department in an organization. We are launched new department in an organization. So that is the reason now we need to implement SAP only for this particular department. So these kind of projects, we are going to call it as an enhancement projects.
Yes.
Understood?
Yes. Yes.
So these are the different projects. Yes, please.
Yeah. So by learning, by taking this SAP FICO course, so are we eligible for all these projects?
Yes, we are going to work. I'm going to show you all the projects. So from implementation to support projects, we are going to do in our course.
Okay.
Testing also we are going to do. That's what I'm saying. Here I have not mentioned testing, but in implementation project only, we have a subdivision called testing. The testing also we are going to do. All the projects
So
we are going to do.
as you were saying, so when we join newly to any organization, they will directly take us to the support, right?
Sorry. Can you please come again? Your voice is.
As you were telling, so when we join any organization as an SAP consultant, so they will not directly put us an implementation project. So they will
at least 6 months they'll take us for support or maintenance.
Okay, if you work on support, so how can we like manage that implementation project without like
definitely
is there any difficulty?
No, they will give a complete KT to us.
Okay.
Complete KT, they will understand. The senior, we follow our project manager, that's it. Whoever project manager is there, he will take care of everything, and they'll give you, these are the things, this is a project and we need to do this particular activity, that's it. So whatever things we are going to learn here, the same thing we are going to apply there. Okay.
When we work on this support or maintenance side, I think that will be like it will be easy, right? Just working on a queries and solving, like it will be like end user.
Not exactly end user. See, end user here, the thing is, what kind of support you are going to give. So whatever implementation issues are going to face by the end user, so on that you are going to do support.
Yes, suppose just like solving the queries, like
but
solving
what
the problems.
queries here?
If they stuck anywhere like processing or whatever the end user will do.
See, if the end user is, I'll tell you, if end user is posting one invoice, for example, right? So he is not able to give current fiscal year. current fiscal year. So fiscal year is nothing but a financial. He is not able to post the entry in the current fiscal year. So where would be the problem? This is, there is a configuration step in implementation project. We need to give open and closed periods, fiscal year periods, right? So we should have a knowledge on the backend process, right? Implementation process. Then we will have a access to that development, this one server, and we will check and we will rectify that, and we are going to give the solution to end user. We are not going to post on behalf of him the entry. The configuration steps we are going to change whatever they are facing.
Okay.
Got it? So support in the sense, it doesn't mean that whatever issues the customer is facing means he is not able to do debit and credit, for example, right? We are not going to do that. In case he is not able to do debit and credit, but system is not accepting debit entry and credit entry, there is a configuration issue, then that will be escalated to us, and we will go into development system and we will check the complete configuration. And if somewhere that is missing, then we will do rectify there.
Okay.
Correct? We will have a access to development server, not production server. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So actually, I'll advise everyone, whoever is having a good knowledge, at least they need to spend minimum 6 months knowledge on spend 6 months, at least 6 months in support projects. So we can observe everything, what is happening in the organization, what actually different clients are doing and everything.
So have you said when we join like any new company, our experience will be changed. Like 2 years has worked as an end user, or other 3 years have worked as a consultant, right?
Yes.
So when they ask any question, what would we have to say, like whether we have worked as like support side or what gradation side?
See, definitely, that's what I'm saying. According to your skill set, say for example, you're going to spend the 5 months in the course, right?
Yes.
And you will practice 100%. You are going to practice. So as per your skill set, we are going to change the resume. Hope you got it. Right? As per your skill set means, as I said, that every module we will do mock interview kind of things.
Okay.
Right? As per that, I'll advise you, like, so you need to focus more on here, more on here, more on. So you are very good end to end. Then definitely, for example, out of 3 years, I'm keeping your SAP experience. Out of that, what I'll try to do is I'll give 1 implementation experience and 1 support project experience.
Okay.
Clear? So because you don't have a skill, okay, then definitely I can't give you the implementation project experience.
Yes.
So that's what it is.
Based on based on our like experience or whatever the knowledge we have on SAP, you will decide.
Yes.
Okay.
And you will come to know, okay, I can handle this thing. Like once we're done with the FI, after 4.5 months, you will come to know, yes, I'm capable to handle end to end, because as long as we enter into the course, people will ask you many questions. People will struck. So that's the reason I'll create one particular group. So in that, whoever getting queries at the time of practice, I won't give answers to them. I'll ask them to post the queries in the group so that the people will take care of it. In case people won't answer that, then definitely I'll give the answer for that. With the solution.
So
that is
Naveen, this applicable when we come on to the real time also. This group will exist.
Exactly.
So if anyone got the job and if they have
still we have not only here, we do at that particular time we have a total 8 groups are there, SAP groups, real-time groups. So I'll align whoever got placed, I'll align all those people into those real-time groups. It's a WhatsApp group. So that what happens if you stuck in your work environment in real time, so you can ping it to them. So if you ping in the morning, by UOD you will get it. See, it's not like that. If you are asking a question, immediately you need to get an answer. No, in the organization also, you will, whenever you are facing some issue, you can have some breathing time. That's what I'm saying. You will have a breathing time. Immediately, you need not to give the answer to your client. You can tell him that, yeah,
so
I'll
what
take
would be
time.
the
Turnaround?
Yeah, what would be the turnaround time?
It's not like that.
For the support projects?
Support projects, again, I'm telling you, if it is high priority ticket, same like what you'll see in end user level. High priority 4 hours, I'll give you that. So here I mentioned everything. So in near future, I'll show you that. Everything, what is implementation project, I'll show you. As I said, that scratch, I'll go more. See. So each project, I'll explain what exactly. Here I'm just given a glance, what are the projects are there. But what is implementation project? What we are going to do in implementation project? Who is client? Clear? All those stuff we are going to discuss.
Okay.
Clear? I'll show you that.
Okay. Okay, fine. So one more query.
Yes, please.
So regarding the implementation, so since SAP was entered into the market in 2006.
Okay.
Earlier it was under the development.
Yes.
So 2006 or 5 onwards, it has entered into the market. So
Correct.
from there onwards, it's been almost more than 15 years. So many companies have implemented the SAP.
Correct.
So what would be the next step of scope? Where can we find the companies where SAP is going to be implemented, like the percentage of companies?
Yes.
Where
See,
this
at
SAP?
that, as I said, that is the reason I said fortune companies has implemented maximum thing. But here, like mid-tier companies and small companies still not approached SAP yet. The main motive of SAP now is till 2028, they need to capture entire market. So that is the reason we are going to get as many as projects and implementations to other than support and testing. We are going to get maximum chances on implementation.
Okay. So
one
once
or the other.
Okay.
Yes.
Once they have acquired the market, then there will be only support rollout projects.
We don't know, because businesses are going to come. Businesses are going to come into the world. Definitely new businesses will come. Definitely they will take a new SAP. So it's never ending story. Again, I'm telling you, you are thinking that we are not restricted 100. See, our businesses are 100 and it's not going to be going to come new businesses into the market. Then we can say that yes, 100 implementations are done. But still 101 will come definitely in future. 102 will come, 103 will come. So for them, again, we need to do implementation. So it's not completely captured. I'm saying ERP segment, whoever are using, in that also completely development activities are not implemented completely, part or partial.
Understood. Okay, yeah, understood. Got it.
Any other questions?
Yeah, Naveen, while you're talking and explaining, you were explaining about 36 modules. So is SAP only capped to 36, or else, they'll be developing more modules going further?
It's going to be more modules and a product base it's going to be developed now. Because as I said that not only are fortune companies, it's going to give the solution for small organizations. For example, in my organization, I don't have all the departments. I have only 2 departments, finance and production. Right?
Okay.
Only production, only purchasing activity I'll do. So for that, we are coming with the what we call with the material management, we came up with Ariba. So these are the things, that development activities are taking place with one or simple modules also. Product wise, it is coming now.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to discuss in tomorrow's session, like software development lifecycle, like any software development, how it's going to be start and how it's going to be end. Clear? So till here, these are the different projects we have, right? And as I said that where we can fit ourselves in the initial levels, and after that where we can see ourselves. Again, I'm telling you, if you are into testing, then you can say that you have done implementation, testing project. You are moved from support to testing. So in testing, you will sit with the implementation consultants and you will watch closely with the implementation consultant end to end. It doesn't mean that you need to do the configuration. No, whatever configuration is done, that you will test it. Clear? I have given the duration also for each project. I'll explain in tomorrow's session that. Any other questions from anyone?
So Naveen, do we have daily classes also, like only weekend classes?
As of now, it will take another 2 to 3 months because of the things already other batches are going on a daily basis. So my advice again, majority people are asking day classes also, but as per my knowledge, as we are working people, if you can spare 2 to 2.5 hours in weekdays, weekends, that is Saturdays and Sundays, then definitely you will get a time, at least 1 hour practice at your place. You can form a group and you can practice together when whatever time convenient. So with that, every day, if you are giving me 1 hour time for practice, then that is more than sufficient. So if I am at your place, then I'll prefer, according means my thing, I'll prefer weekend batches because
That's better.
because I'll get some time to practice in my daytime. See, if I have a daytime, for example, I'm in night shift, my session start at 6:45. Majority people, weekday batches, what I'm looking at in the sense, people either working in a day shift or a night shift, right? Night, if morning batch is there, night shift people not able to attend the morning batch. If some batches is running in 7 to 8, okay, even that batch also they are not able to attend. So those are the different challenges we are facing. And majority are turning up to weekend batches again. So that's the reason I'm not dragging the weekend batch 3-4 hours. I just want to take a scripts 2 hours. In that, again, 30 minutes will go to our question and answers only. Yeah.
Thanks, Naveen.
Any other questions?
One more, Naveen. So
Yes.
regarding the server access, so from where can we get the server access?
That's what I'm saying.
Who will
if you
give
know anyone, then you can take a server access from them. Or else if you want me to give the contact number of that person where I have taken, where I am using since long time, I'll give you that particular person contact number. He charges around 800 to 600 something for 3 months.
Okay, that is only for ECC.
ECC. S4 HANA you don't take because it's a little expensive one, 1500 per month. So when we start our ECC S4 HANA, I'll give you my access to you people in the group. Please share it.
Oh, okay.
I'll
will
share
implement
it.
SAP also, right? Naveen?
Sorry.
The person who contact you provided, right?
Uh-huh.
Will implement SAP also, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So okay, Naveen,
So
we will take your
shall we
contact.
connect him now or we
Sorry?
have time? Shall we check with him now or
No, what I'll advise is if you people are joining, so the literature part, we are going to spend 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
So once we are done with the literature, then you can take from him because from that day onwards it will count 3 months, right?
Yes.
That's
So can you please let us know that when
definitely
we can
I'll give you that. When you
okay.
take, I'll if you are taking from that particular person, I'll inform him that what is the version need to give you.
Sure.
Okay, Naveen, thank you.
Thank you.
Naveen, one last thing. We are new to this class and we have attended this class for the first time. Is there any WhatsApp group going on? Can you please
Not
add
yet.
us?
No, not yet. Once the group is finalized, then we will create 2 groups. One is WhatsApp group or your regular group, and one is a main group where all the batch students will be there in that.
Yeah,
okay.
once the people have decided to join.
Yes, that's what.
Okay.
Any other queries from anyone? See,
The
again, I'm
meeting
telling you.
request would be the same thing, right?
Sorry?
The meeting request, the meeting ID would be the same.
Yeah, for tomorrow, it's the same.
Oh.
And one more thing, last but not least, what my advice is, whether you are joining here or not, it's immaterial. But if you are planning to pitch into SAP side, this is the correct time. Whatever may be your experiences, again, I'm telling you, maybe you have a 1 year experience or maybe you're having a 20 years experience. But this is the correct time. You can check anywhere. There are a hell lot of openings are going to come. So that is the reason I'm requesting wherever you're doing the course, but do it immediately. And the main mantra is practice. If you are doing these two, then definitely you can crack within 6 to 8 months or before that also.
Okay, so then how you are saying that there will be a lot of openings because the SAP is coming on to the S4 HANA on like
that's what I'm saying. No, that's the reason I'm telling you I am going to cover S4 HANA also, right?
Because of that, there are a lot of openings in the market.
Exactly.
That's what
Again, see, my organization, there are 180 projects are in pipeline. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Only in my organ, not Accenture or any other organization. In only my organization, 180 projects. Imagine one project, we need almost many people.
Okay. Okay.
Because as per our data, our company's data, our company HR data, last Thursday they revealed no one is on bench, whoever is having skills, and same time 180 projects are in pipeline, right? If you check in anytime SAP, this thing, statistical data, you can see. And the required skilled persons are not available in the market. People are learning, no doubt about it, but they are joining and they are discontinuing the courses, and they will make, yes.
Sorry, you can tell me.
No problem.
No, this normal question, like previously, have you referred anyone from these courses who is having good knowledge on the
sorry
completing the SAP?
Your voice is not clear. I'm sorry, I'm not
previously have you referred anyone from these
exactly majority, like almost all my previous batch, they have just completed FI people. Almost all 3 people got selected. 3, they have not yet completed their FI. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Now majority, few more people are in pipeline now.
Okay, Naveen. So after 4 to 5 months, then we will be, with good practice, so we will be having good knowledge on the FI.
Correct.
Okay, so after that, so only FI. Sorry, then what about the CO? CO,
that's
also
what
you will
I'm
be
saying.
telling.
See, at this particular moment, again, I understood your question. At this particular point of time, the huge requirement, they are asking only the minute knowledge on CO part. At this particular point of time. Next year, if you are trying again, then you would need to have complete knowledge on CO also. The migrations, the projects are coming, especially S4 HANA FI part now. Understood?
Okay.
Yeah.
So the in general, people will say the CO is very FI. Many people are available, and competition is also very high in the FI side. Okay, so resources will be, a number of people are available for the FI side. But coming to the CO, it is little tough. And if the person, if any person has a good knowledge, good command on the CO, so because of the lack of resources, they will get good package with the speedy.
Raj, what do you mean by tough? What do you mean by tough? I'm just asking.
Tough in the sense, it is like configuration. There are small.
It's very again. I'm telling you again. That's what I'm telling you. See, even I have done my CO. See, I found CO is much easier than the FI part. Okay. Why? Because if you, that is the reason why I have introduced cost and management accounting here, because the people will have a accounting knowledge, journal entry knowledge. So that is the reason people think FI we can manage with their journal entries. Okay. But here, why CEO controlling is not manageable? Because they won't have a bit knowledge, at least 10% knowledge on costing and management accounting. Clear? Okay. So that is the reason, if the people, that's the reason what I'm doing. I'm covering that 15% of CO and this one, management accounting. So once you're done with those two, definitely you won't show this one.
Okay.
That is the main motive of mine, is I need to make you people more superior in CO rather than FI, because FI you will build up, because you know journal entries. If you know journal entries, you know what is balance sheet, what is P&L account, what is other debit and credit rules, then FI is okay, we can manageable. Why CO is not manageable? Because people think that something which we don't know, then that will become a tough to us. Something which we know, that will become an easy to us. So, but I don't trust tough and easy things. Again, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Right, which we don't know, then it's a tough. So again, I'm telling you the same word. You can when we start our CO module, you won't use this particular word. I'll give you fingertips on cost and management accounting. Fingertips. So whatever job sheet, contract accounting, or whatever it is there, you will do it like anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Any other questions?
session will be the same time, 2:30 to 5.
Yes, yes. Tomorrow is also 2:30 to 5.
And
4:30 max and 4:30 to 5. You will have your question hour. And try to restrict yourself so that we can start our questions from 4:30 to 5 or 4:45 to 5 tomorrow session.
Yeah. Okay.
So that we can see more subject kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Any others?
Hello, Naveen.
Yes, please.
Hello. Yeah, Naveen, in your previous conversation, you said that we have to add experience like 3 years. So how this will be added? Like, is
How
there
much?
any policy we need to put? Is there any policy?
What is your role? You're working now?
Yeah, currently working.
As
in operations,
like
in banking sector.
Banking sector, right? What is the application you use?
Yeah, it's not completely a different one. Like,
that's what I'm saying. How many years of experience you are having?
Yeah, 7 years of experience.
Then great hands-on experience you have. So like in SAP, we have a banking module.
Okay.
Clear? Whatever experience you are having, that we will make it as an SAP experience, whatever applications, whatever maybe legacy application you are using, right? We are going, once we're done with the banking module, then you will start comparing your day-to-day operations with this banking module. You will compare, definitely. Whatever activities you are going to do, almost all we are going to see here in banking module.
Okay, may I know what is the banking module in SAP? Like what we call?
Banking only, that's it. Banking.
Only
bank accounting.
Okay, bank account. Okay.
Yes. So you can compare that and whatever experience you are having, right? That experience, we are not going to manipulate anything. Just we will say that we are just change that we are going to change that we have done this particular project in SAP, not your third-party application.
Okay. Okay.
That's it. We're not going to change your pay slips or payroll or whatever it is, designations. Nothing we won't change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other?
So Naveen, one doubt. So
yes.
So if I wanted to refer our friends, so one of my friend who has 15 years of experience in not into accounting, it's a financial statement like in capital IQ. So due to his issue, I mean, due to this crisis, he lost the job and he is into domestic now. He is working in core accounts.
Okay.
Okay, it's since 1.5 years. So if he learned this SAP course, so will he turn his I mean the career into this software side? How? If so, how?
See, that's what was his designation over there in the capital IQ?
It's a senior analyst only.
See, what would be the major advantage with our SAP designations, you know? So whatever designation other companies, third-party companies, end-user companies are using, the same designations are there in our SAP.
Okay.
Right? So here, the same, we need not to change any designations here. We are going to mention whatever work we have done. We are going to say that we have worked on SAP implementation or whatever this thing. So what third party, this whenever it will go to third party verification, what are the things they will check in the sense third party HR verification? They will check this particular person has worked from duration from this to this or not.
Okay. So so once they get into the job, then again while performing, then that will be so okay.
That's what I'm saying. That it again depends upon the showing till placing. We can take the charge, but without practice, without attending interviews, without cracking, we can't help.
Okay.
It's not a back end job process or something we are doing. We are doing genuinely. What I'm requesting, practice. If you're not able to remember things one time, then do it another time. Don't compromise. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Any others?
No.
Okay. Then it's good to call it for today. So see you tomorrow session. If at all any questions, you can ping me on my WhatsApp. Fine.
Naveen, can you get your number?
Sorry.
Your number.
My number is 99
99
49
49
09
09
4848.
484.
Yes. Okay. Thank you all. See you tomorrow session.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Navin.
Thank you.